Jeremy Vanderhurst is in the house this evening from BARTON Health. Good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
So good. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, always. Now, you are the coordinator for concussion management through BARTON Health. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Specific.
Well, that's what we've created this role because ultimately in Tahoe, everybody's sport, adventure related.
Right.
There's a lot of activity going on, and it's not just activity too. As far as concussion goes, but there was a need for it, and I kind of stepped up to help create with a team of our employees and my colleagues to really create this management system, to hopefully help people get better and get back to what they love, is like recreation.
Really responding to this environment here, this Tahoe environment, the sense of play, if you will. Right. So how do you work with patients who have experienced a concussion? Like, what do you do?
So me personally, I work with Lake Tahoe Community College and Outreach. I'm an athletic trainer, so I deal with sport-related concussions, and then I work with George Whittle High School as well. We have athletic trainers in each one of the high schools, even down in Douglas. So we're hands-on, right at event coverage when something happens and we suspect it. We're the ones that are evaluating it and holding kids out per se. And then at BARTON, I basically help coordinate any kind of concussion that may come across our plate. A lot of times the system is, what we've created is, they'll go into an emergency room setting, and then anytime a doctor basically diagnoses concussion, it comes as a red flag, and then another one of our coordinators through the ER will basically contact that patient for follow-up. And so what we try to do is have this cohesive care that we have throughout the system, that we don't lose anybody if they go through the ER. Now if somebody sustains a concussion outside of the ER, doesn't go to the ER, they can always call our concussion hotline.
Okay, you have one of those.
Yeah, we have a concussion hotline that they can call, and basically I answer the phone or you leave a message and I call you back, but most of the times it's getting you that coordinated care to see and follow up with a primary care physician or one of our nurse practitioners that basically oversees concussion management.
What is a concussion? How do you diagnose such a thing?
So they actually are getting better at diagnosing. A lot of them is what we call subjective information. So it's basically signs and symptoms of what we look for. So a concussion it's basically a brain injury that someone sustains, whether it's a direct blow to the head, like let's say I fall and I hit my head on an object, or it could be something like whiplash, like a car accident victim that gets hit, but they don't hit the steering wheel, but their head just kind of jars back and forth, can actually create this, what we call is the brain bouncing off the skull and creating these symptoms. And then most of the symptoms that you see, ultimately your brain controls everything that we do. Right. And so
it can be dangerous.
It could be a number of things. There's 22 symptoms that we basically look for that are most common. But like I said, the brain works in mysterious ways, and you never know what kind of symptoms come about. But yeah, a typical symptom that you see is like headache or dizziness, nauseousness, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, shy to light.
Yep. Yeah, sensitivity to light and that stuff.
So you have a hotline. We're almost out of time, but you have a hotline that people can call, or you have a very focused group at BARTON Health to take care of concussion. So that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. All right, good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
We will be right back with more Tahoe Tonight.